Welcome to my coming out video, and I hope you can hear me even though the storm is raging on out there. So, coming out. That's quite interesting. I think I'm gonna start with my inner coming out, because I had a really hard time accepting that I was trans. My family never really talked about LGBTQ stuff, and I never even realised there was something like trans until I got confronted with it. So my family is rather conservative, so we don't really talk about LGBTQ stuff, we don't talk about it being okay, it being normal. So when my best friend struggled with her gender, I really put an effort into it to research it, and I read a lot about it and came to the word gender fluid, which I thought I was, because I didn't really fit into the female gender norms. Neither did I really fit into the male gender norms. So I was kind of stuck in the middle and thought, okay, well, then I'm genderqueer and interested in girls. Well, that's me then. So this is how I first came in contact with the words trans, genderqueer, gender, sex, words I never really thought about beforehand. And that was the moment when so when she came out as trans, I thought, okay, maybe I'm genderqueer. Maybe this is the reason I'm not really feeling comfortable in my body. Because I don't really like the stereotypes, and I thought I'm not manly enough to be trans. Which is stupid when I look at it now. Which is really, really stupid. But back then I thought, okay, you gotta be really manly to be trans, you gotta always feel like a man, and manly man and man stuff. But it's not like that. And identifying as genderqueer didn't really make me any happier, it didn't help me. So I thought, okay, what's it? And in this phase, around this time, where I identified as genderqueer, I got to know Julian from this channel. And we had a lot of talks, and I slowly started to think, okay, maybe you are trans. Maybe you just can't accept it. So I bought a binder with my best friend's help, and it came 2 weeks before I was in a summer camp with our parents, and I thought, okay, you have this idea you might be trans, and you're going to this summer camp, and you might never see those people again in this summer camp, so you should maybe just try it out. So that was last summer, so summer 15, and I tried it. So I wore my binder, and I told the counsellors that I wanted to be called Matt, and that I was a boy, and they accepted it. So everybody just called me Matt and he, and for the first time in my life I really felt whole. I really felt like myself, and everybody was so accepting. I was so happy, and it was really the best week in my life. And it was like, it made me so happy to be fully accepted, and I find, for a moment I knew who I was, where I want to go. But yeah, then I had to go back and had all this pressure from home to be the perfect kid, to do good in school, to make my abitura. I kind of fell into a hole and thought, okay, this whole trans thing it's not what you are, it's not what you want. So I denied it again. Even though it was the best week of my life, literally. When I got to know my now boyfriend, I don't know why, but I told him right from the start that I was trans. And I was really tired when I told him. And I thought I should have said, oh no, I'm genderqueer and stuff, but I didn't. So he came and just called me a he and accepted me as a boy, and it was just, okay, well, this is who I am. Well, I just was, okay, it seriously feels good to be called a boy, to be considered a man. And I was just, whoa, mind blown. So that was in February, and yeah. And of course I still struggle with it at times. I still struggle with accepting me being trans and not being the perfect kid and not being just normal and fitting into the masses. But meeting my so significant other helped, because he just loves me for who I am, and it really helps. It gave me the confidence to slowly start to like myself too a bit. I mean, not in a narcissistic kind of way, but in a healthy one. So, okay, it sounds weird to say I love myself, but I do. I slowly started to love myself for who I am. And even to love my feminine sides, because it's something that makes me me, that I love, I don't know, crochet or stuff. So my inner coming out took quite a while, about 3 years in total, and now I'm 18 and I slowly start to accept it. But yeah, so it took quite a while. But after the summer camp, I slowly started to tell friends, and they told me that they had suspected it for quite a while now. And yeah, going to Scotland and introducing myself as Matt and is kind of my way of testing out, okay, is this who I want to be? Is this me? Without the struggle of having the pressure from home, without the struggle of having the pressure to be the perfect kid and to make my parents happy. So, since I've been in Scotland, I've been happier than ever before in my life. So I thought, okay, yeah, this is what makes me happy. So I wrote a letter to my parents, a coming out letter, in September. And my family's reaction was different than I expected. Okay, well, I expected my father to be a prick and ignore it at all, but I'm gonna have a talk with him in around New Year. What really surprised me was my mum's reaction, because I expected her to not accept it, and her reaction was really comforting, because she said, if it is what makes you happy and if this is who you want to be, then I'm fine with it, because I see that since you are wearing men's clothes, since you are acting more boyish, you are a way happier person. So I don't want you to be unhappy, I want you to be you and to be able to love yourself. Which was really, really touching for me, because we had our struggles in the past, really hard struggles, because I just couldn't be the perfect kid. So in the end we had a lot of fights, but now since we talked about it, she even helps me searching for a name, because I'm not sure I want to stick with Matt, because it's just a short name. So, and yeah, she still uses female pronouns for me, but I gotta say, it's mainly because I didn't doubt myself towards the rest of my family and my siblings, which are quite important to me, which I want to do in person, because I want to explain to them what it means to me, and I hope I can explain it so that even the smaller ones, the 9 and the 7-year-old, can understand who I am or what I want. But I think my older brother, the 14-year-old, kinda suspected. So I mean, we talked about it a couple of months ago, just randomly. So I'm gonna out myself towards my siblings around New Year when I'm in Germany to visit them. So this video is shot way earlier, it's not even Christmas. And I even told my former classmates, and they thought I knew it all along since grade 9 of 12, so since over 4 years. Which I did. But some of them I knew since primary, and they said, when you were in primary you always said you're a boy, so what? But yeah, that's my coming out story. And I guess my coming out story is full of surprises, at least it was for me. I mean, my mother reacted completely different than I expected her. And it still is an ongoing process because I'm not outed everywhere yet. I still have to do the rest of my family, and I have a rather big family. And I still tell so many people, but it's something I'm looking forward to. Because I'm starting to become self-confident and to think, okay, yeah, this is me, I'm a man. Even though I might not always look like one, I might not sound like one, I am a man inside, and I'm on the best way to become me. So, I guess just thanks for listening. And I hope you find your way too. That's all I can say.